Today we've got an exciting episode, and that is a big question that I think all retail investors ask sometime in their investing journey, and it's actually an important question, and I think it's a fun question, and that is the question: if I had to buy only 5 shares or companies and hold it for the rest of my life, what would those 5 companies be? So the rest of my life is a long time. So let's rather look at 20 years, just for the example. But that's also a really, really long time, and a lot can change. I mean, if you just look at the past 20 years, how much changed. So it's really difficult to say for that long, what would the 5 best companies be? And obviously, that's an opinion, and that's everyone's opinion. Everyone will have different answers. So please let us know in the comments section, if you had to buy only 5 companies, what would they be, and a short reason to why. So my name is Hugo from Bouillon. I work at FinMeUp, and I'll be sharing with you my 5 picks that I would buy and hold for 20 plus years if I could only invest in 5 companies. So this is my highest conviction stocks. So let us know what yours are. This is mine. This is not financial advice, just an opinion. And like I said, a lot can change in 20 years, but it's a cool thing to actually just practice and exercise and test your own conviction in companies. So the first one on my list is one we all know, and that is Google. So the company you invest in when you want to invest in Google is Alphabet. And like Jeff Bezos says, treat Google like a mountain. You can climb the mountain, but you cannot move the mountain. And that is what Google is. I mean, we all use Google on our everyday lives, and it's just a powerhouse. And especially YouTube. YouTube is an entertainment powerhouse that is unstoppable, in my opinion. If you just look at all the content that's been posting on YouTube and the amount of love YouTube gets from their customers. So I go into YouTube every single day. I know of all my friends that go on YouTube at least once a week, and that is just a powerhouse for advertising and the brand. So YouTube on its own is a multi-billion-dollar business. And then you've got Google search, and Google in itself has so many different ventures as well. So Google, if I had to buy only one company with the least risk, in my opinion, it would be Google. And that is just because it's a powerhouse. The second company is one that has gotten a lot of traction the past year, and that is Palantir. And that is a play on artificial intelligence as well. It's quite a unique business. It's a complex business. And their vision is to become the most important software company in the world. And if they achieve that, you can just imagine how big that would be. And the thing about Palantir is they've got really sticky clients. They've got a sticky business model. So what that means is you've got these big companies that signs on to the Palantir products, and they stay on those products for years. Because first of all, it's a great product. It's a unique product. It is a complex product, so there's not a lot of competitors out there, and they've got a great management team. And we've actually done videos on Palantir. You can go check that out on the YouTube channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you find this useful. Just a side note, it would be highly appreciated. Then still part of Palantir, it will probably just stay a bit of it will stay flat for maybe a year, maybe even 2 years, because it is quite overvalued if you look at the revenues currently to what the valuation is. So it is quite overvalued in my opinion. But long term, I see upside. I see a great business, a great management with sticky products, and they've still got a massive opportunity in the space where they have not quite went into, and that is for smaller businesses and catering products for the smaller businesses to use in their everyday decision making. And that's what Palantir does. It helps companies make better decisions using data, and amazing data. So that is my second pick. My third pick is a combination, but I'll mention both companies and at the end say which one I actually pick. And that is in the semiconductor space. We also did a video on our top 5 semiconductors. So my top 2 semiconductors at the moment is Nvidia and Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. So in the short term, I prefer AMD at these levels, Advanced Micro Devices. I just think they are at a better valuation. If you look at the comparisons, they are also growing their revenues and their net income and profits at amazing speeds. And you just see a lot of growth there. And the thing about the semiconductor space, it is essential for the next decades to come. And that is just a fact. It is in almost every technology product that you know and that you use. The demand for semiconductors will only increase. And that is a fact according to my research and knowledge. Maybe I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. So AMD is the first one, and my pick for the short to medium term is probably advanced micro devices. For the long term, my pick is Nvidia. I am a fanboy of Nvidia. I've invested in 2014 when it was still $36 a share. It is now around $700. So I've seen my returns there, but over the long term, I think Nvidia is a great company. It is a bit overvalued at the moment. We can also expect the stock split to happen. Might have a positive effect on Nvidia. But if the Nvidia acquisition goes through with ARM, I think Nvidia is just an unstoppable company. I own both AMD and Nvidia in my personal portfolios. My fourth pick and second last pick is, I can't decide between Facebook and Microsoft, and I'll tell you now why. So Facebook, almost half of the people in the world uses one of Facebook's products on a monthly basis. And that includes Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. They are just enormous. And they've got this huge user base, which they can leverage going forward. So the risks are obviously the regulations that might come with data privacy or with data storage, data advertising, as we see, a lot of governments, or the USA especially, stepping into that to protect data privacy. But with such a large user base, they can roll out various products that would likely be successes no matter what they roll out. Obviously, there's a lot of details with execution involved, but I mean, if we see and look at what they've done so far to date, it is just amazing. Then to Microsoft is just such an amazing business, and also Amazon. Between Facebook, Microsoft, and Amazon, all three are such great companies. But Microsoft, the Azure business is just amazing. And that's probably a business that will continue to thrive for decades to come, as data storage and processing is super important. And Microsoft's business is also extremely well diversified. So you've also got these various businesses with different revenue incomes. So for my fourth pick, I'm happy with Facebook, Microsoft, or Amazon. And if splits come, or when regulations come into play with Facebook being a monopoly or anything like that, if they have to list Instagram on its own, it would be a massive business on its own. So I'm not too worried about that. There could be short-term downfalls if something like that were to happen. But if we look at the really long term, I'm happy with any of those three companies. Then the last one is my renewable energy play. And that's also between two, but I'll select one when I go through both of them. The first one is Tesla. For those who have been following FinMeUp since we launched early last year, you'll know that Tesla has been one of our favorite companies when Tesla was still post-split adjusted valuation, when it was $87 a share. We've been just posting that we love Tesla, and with all our research and our reasoning to why we are buying Tesla, and I've been a big fanboy of Tesla. Now it's already given us almost 10x return in just a year. Well done if you also bought Tesla shares. Let us know in the comments whether you are a Tesla fanboy or fangirl or not. I'd love to hear your reasoning. I know it is a bit overvalued currently, and that's fine. And if you're a long-term shareholder, there will come times when a share is either overvalued or undervalued. It could be seen as overvalued at the moment, but if you look at the long term and all the Tesla products that could still be rolling out, the full self-driving, the insurance, the batteries, the energy business, which Elon Musk thinks the energy business of Tesla could be bigger than the electric vehicle business, and that is just huge. So there's so much opportunities on Tesla, and we've done plenty of research on Tesla, so you can look at all those videos, subscribe for future references as well. But we like Tesla, and even though it's overvalued now, who knows where Tesla will be in 10 years. We can see an amazing movement where the full self-driving, so the self-driving cars, is a complete success, and we can see the energy business succeed massively, and we can see the self-driving taxis and all of these exciting projects. And Elon Musk once said Tesla is basically 12 startups that are perfectly parallel to each other, something like that. And that is what Tesla is. It's also a really diversified business. It is not risk-free, know that, But for the long term, personally, I still like Tesla. I hold Tesla. I've sold a bit when it was at its peak recently, just to take some profits, but I still have Tesla shares. I still like Tesla for the long term. We could really see short-term pullbacks with any deliveries that are just below expectations, because Tesla is quite priced for perfection. So don't be too surprised if you see short-term downfalls or just pullbacks. Then the other company that I'm considering, which I also own a small percentage of, and that is MP Materials. So MP Materials, they mine rare earth materials, and rare earth materials are fundamental building blocks of the modern economy, and it enables trillions of dollars in the global GDP via a wide range of clean energy, information technology, defense, and industrial applications. So you can actually go through their website to see all the products that they mine. There are so many chemicals that I can't even pronounce, but to summarize it, for electric vehicles, for sustainable energy, for defense, all of that, those rare earth materials, MP Material does that. It is overvalued at the moment. I would not buy at these levels, but for the long term, it's still a relative small company at a $5 billion valuation. It is a bit overvalued for me at this moment, but with any pullbacks, I'd look to add possibly more. And then a bonus pick for all the South Africans listening, that is Shoprite. If I had to pick one company to buy and just hold in the South African Stock Exchange, the JSE, it would be Shoprite. There are so many great businesses on the JSE as well, but I can confidently think that Shoprite will still be here operating and growing in 10 years' time, and people need to eat. And we've seen all these distractions for Shoprite as a business, but if I had to pick one company on South Africa's stock exchange, that would be Shoprite, and maybe even Naspers. But as an overview of my global investments, so the 5 companies is Alphabet, Palantir, Nvidia /AMD, but Nvidia for the long term. Then the 4th pick is between Facebook, Microsoft, and Amazon. Still struggling to decide. Let me know what you would pick. And then the 5th and final one is Tesla, also considering MP Materials, but Tesla for now. So let us know in the comments your 5 companies and why. If you found some value in this or some interesting facts, consider liking and subscribing. Have a great day. Turn on the reminder bell for any new videos that we'll be posting. We've got a lot of cool stuff that's coming up. Have a great day. My name is Higo. Awesome. Cheers.